This is Ketchikan. First view from our hotel. We just got a bit, Matthew and I have been traveling all day. This is the harbor, I guess. Here's the boats. Here's the view behind the hotel. It was long, but it's worth being here. Still snow. It's about, what do they say, Matthew, the temperature was 56? No. This is from Mississippi Fjords, leaving the Ketchikan dock. And over here we have a young... The other way to do it. Bravely chug out to sea. We leave. Let's pull the mast down. That's out of Nassau.
Yep, it's nice. That's right.
American Eagle. Well, we're on our way out to Mississippi Fjords on Thursday, and we're blessed with good weather. Matthew and I got to bed New York time after 12. We got up Alaska time at 5 o'clock so we could have a breakfast meeting and come on board the shelter. Probably maybe the sound. Tell me, Matthew, where it is.
See?
Oh,
See
yeah.
him?
Those are youngsters. Outdoors, was there 6 feet?
Can we get closer?
Maybe on about 3 feet.
Don't hold this on too long. I don't want to use up all
Keep it on.
Oh, there it is. Not bad.
Keep following them. They all go.
That's it. Good.
For Noah, and to find out
Those were three orcas feeding on a minke whale, the remains of which was identified over the side of the boat, the dorsal fin, which was the dorsal fin. George now, and we just got a lecture on orcas and Misty Fjord.
Okay, say something.
What do you want me to say?
Anything.
It's a rare day because usually it's very misty and sometimes rainy in here. We lucked out on the weather as we're pulling up. Just pan around the deck. Pan around
I said, he had been here.
That's a sheer cliff. It'll be right next to it. This gentleman's gonna come up and board our boat.
Hi.
Hello. Entire world. A lot of it's already logged off. They don't have it in Congress because the Congress National Forest for agriculture and whatever. Example back there, that light kind of triangular area is an example of. Minerals that are in that rock, and it made lots of real beautiful lines and curves around.
George taking pictures.
We're out here for the cruise ship tourist season. You stay out, you don't come in? No, we work about 7 to 10 days. We've set this aside as a special area for everyone, but we all
Second sitting for lunch. Starting back to end up at Ketchikan about 4 p.m. Then I bet I will wander around town for a while about early dinner and then back to the hotel. Early. As we approach Ketchikan.
Now some of these old growth spruce trees, stands that are perhaps over 300 years old, can bring a pretty mighty price, sometimes upwards of $1,000 per stand. Occasionally these logs might break free and could float around, so they're worth quite a bit of money.
You're coming into Wrangell at the end of coming into Ketchikan. This cruise ship. It's the way a lot of people
That's a pretty ship, isn't
do the
it?
inland waterway. Not many. This is right outside of our hotel door, practically. And Matthew is standing in front of a totem named Clem, for reasons that appear obvious. First we'll zoom in on Clem again. Yeah. Breakfast time. Matthew and I were in the second ship.
Well, this particular canal that we were traveling in is known as Bean Canal. Now you might remember Bean Canal from yesterday. That's what we traveled in. This canal will encircle the whole island of Revillagigedo. Next to this we have some harbor porpoise out off to the bow.
So this is a rugged
Now the harbor porpoise are not as gregarious as the Dulles porpoise.
doing group. I'm not going to waste a lot of tape on creatures that I can get in line on the sound. However, notice the weather is low, like yesterday's bridge.
Oh, I'm not ready to be filmed yet.
That's Megan.
Where they're from, they can tell them the fishermen of their incident. Many of the fishermen have been name or similar incidents. Not as dangerous, but they had been
Inches of rainfall. You can see that most days are far right. They're minimizing It's just there. See the that way you can just see a splash. Yeah. Yep, that's where they've been.
I don't know how we're going to capture him on a camera.
No way.
There he is. Whoa, two of them.
Damn it.
We should get closer to him. Oh boy, look at that. Ooh, way out there.
I don't know if we can get that. That's a whale just surfacing.
I got focused on them.
Not surfacing quite so much right
No, they really, they're not blowing. How come? I thought they were earlier. They must be comfortable on as a sailboat.
Not much. That's juvenile humpback whale, according to the guy. There it is. All right, I've got
They're
this.
just kind of coasting along out there.
Seem to be coasting. Not spectacular. I'll have to buy a postcard. Going up toward Petersburg. Got him. On the bow. Low ceiling, but typical Alaska weather. It's our second day out. The Inland Passage. And it's a low ceiling. It's a little cool, but it's kind of typical Alaska weather, they tell us. We're going to be in Wrangell for a short tour. And then onward to Petersburg. We're going to have dinner tonight, and then tomorrow night they provide us with a schmorgasbord. It's a Norwegian captain tells us it's a good area to photograph black bear and even at times brown bear. Habitation onto this slot is this cabin, no longer occupied. I mean no other sign of habitation. This next sequence of about 40 or 50 seconds will just be the travelogue. This is total wilderness. Nobody, not one human being, except one small boat when we left Ketchikan this morning. Not a human being was seen, and not even one on shore. It's like blue sky up here ahead as we get toward Wrangell. Sort of like Maine, except in Maine you can get through canoes that cargo struck something. And there you have quite excessive damages. I'm sure everything will come out all right, but it will be on the same boat tomorrow or not, I don't know. We have been reassured that a new crop will be waiting for us at Petersburg after Wrangell. And our schedule will be altered almost not a ton of Wrangell. We're approaching sort of limping in because we have a damaged, it's been determined it's almost surely a damaged crop. But it's 2,700 people. We're going to be here only an hour because we are limping in and we're running a little bit behind. We have a diver waiting here to take a look at the crop and a new crop, but that's all. Now I'm going to take a look at it. Jiggling because the boat's jiggling. I'm going to shut this off. This is a one quick tour on Wrangell.
4 years to build at $2 a day. It's all hand-dazzed, and there are no nails used in this building. The walls are held up by wooden pegs. The original house was built back these people here. Now, Chu Shakes and his immediate family lived back here, and the rest of the clans.
Even more on the other side. I'm not going to take you into this. Came out of Chief Shakes Lodge, which has a long history, and a Tlingit Indian lady gave a lecture. It's interesting to me because the sun's pretty much overhead, and it's 3:30 local time. Unbelievable. Okay. They are the largest variety of greenhouse lace in the world. Way up here in Wrangell. Well, we're going to go slowly over to Petersburg where our two props, which have been slightly damaged by plumbing that log, will be repaired, and it's just going to swap morning to afternoon programs tomorrow, and then we'll be completely back to the We're in the Tides Hotel in Petersburg. We're late because we limped in. The ship's going to be repaired. I mean, the two props. There's no shaft damage, so it'll be ready by 3 o'clock. We've just switched around the activities, the morning to the afternoon, afternoon to the morning. Matthew and I are taking his big treat tomorrow, which is to take a float plane up to the glacier, land near it, and get an hour's flight over the area, including the mountains. Let's see Petersburg here. Allegedly the largest halibut fishing fleet in North America. This is Petersburg dock area. It's Saturday morning. I don't know how many boats are going out, but
Problem with the gill net most of the time.
well, I'm not looking for eagles right now. There'll be a line of boats, and what may be a dozen or so lines. So that you can show it in Knoxville. Go ahead so everybody can know I'm not exaggerating. That's only one of dozens around here.
See the painted us over there?
I wonder what they're going to do about this. That's the sheltered seas being repaired.
It's a long way to
Here's
be out
Dean's
on the ship.
Posteria, which might be a collector's item someday, so I'm investing for the future. Those are two mature bald eagles. This is one time I wish I had it better than a 6-to-1 ratio. This is Petersburg, down in the fishing fleet area. And those are indeed American bald eagles. I don't want to get carried away upon the eagles. There's any more eagle pictures because they're as common as sparrows, but there's a good one. soaring. Over and out. Gonna fly in a second. Not too bad. That's not too bad for an American bald eagle. I'll keep moving. Well, so now we know it's here. And there's a pause on the city tour, which we've taken after taking our float plane ride up LeConte Glacier, which was absolutely fantastic. I took nothing but stills there. You're looking at an eagle's nest. Eagle's nest. We'll zoom in on it. Pretty big. Look at the size of that thing. The eagle's supposed to have young in the northern rainforest. On the tour of the Petersburg area. Behind where Matthew's taking this picture is a real subarctic rainforest. Like the Olympics in Washington, except more so.
Really extensive, interesting talk about the whole region. The fish traps they were rocks. Some of them are made with rocks, that they were piles and piles of rocks up. We'll need to get out of the way.
Guide is telling us about the different conifers.
Norwegian pine, we should, huh? But this is but it wasn't to log them, it was just to access light to the park. And we'll just launch and their stomachs don't, they've been hibernating.
Norway Hall,
There.
and we're going to have.
Here. But either way we do it, I'm really glad to see you here and to see you here in the Sons of Norway Hall. This hall was finished in 1912 for 7 Mai, Norwegian Constitution Day. It's on the National Register of Historic Places, and it has been the scene of many. Fele kan spela, fele med sång, fele finner dansa, så fele statens lång. How hard not to live. Oh, you guys are great.
figured that there should be at least one picture here in which Matthew and I are together so we can prove to people we were on the same tour. In about around a little more than a half hour, we're going to go out to LeConte Bay and look at the look. It looks like from a distance. That's it. Two of our Norwegian hosts really run the transportation tours here. Very competent people.
Well, from Seattle to
Valerie, is this one right? The crisis
I'm full of it now.
damaged propellers on the line.
Bye-bye.
I wonder how old she is. She's 50 young. Headed out to LeConte Bay. Matthew's back. And there's Dean and his wife. I'll be back there. I'll be out again soon, but not right now. First of the floating ice broken up off from the LeConte Glacier. As we get in there, Matthew and I are going to look for seals. We saw plenty of them on our flyover in the float plane this morning.
They will absorb all color from the light spectrum, with the exception of the color blue, which happens to be one of the shorter wavelengths. That color will be emitted out. Now, a lot of the times during
wonderful crew, you know.
harbor seals will haul out on these low-lying icebergs to give birth to their pups in late May and early June.
Beginning of the LeConte Glacier.
And for a lot of you who took flight this morning, if you together around 20 people taking flight, you can verify that it's only
Flew over. That's the beginning of it.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned tomorrow at
In the stern, there's a seal. All right. We're heading back. Champagne toast to the survival of the ship and the crew with the damage to the props we had the day before yesterday.
I've got a few other pictures to show you. This is from
Lecture on
the bowhead, a piece of baleen that is traveling about.
whales.
Now, the natives of Alaska are still able
Getting
to
into whale
subsistently hunt.
territory.
No, in Alaska, they are the only ones that can take whales, and they do take a bowhead whale now and again. It is still a tribal and community project where everybody does work for it, and everyone gets a piece of it. I figure it's enough time after breakfast and enough time before lunch to show you these pictures. Those will be going around. They're the only ones, as I said, that are allowed to take them. Now, the mother will show the calf how to get up to Alaska and how to feed. Now, how she'll feed is she'll squirt milk out into the water, and the calf will follow it. They have a high percentage of milk fat. They have about 60 to 70% milk fat, I think, whereas humans have about 8 to 50.
Of the whale. 9:59
He's doing that from the
on
bridge.
Sunday morning.
He's doing it from the bridge.
Let's see if I can pick it up over here. Maybe I shouldn't even try. That's about where the whale was spotted. There's Matthew. Slight rain. spotted the second whale, second humpback whale back over here. We did a full breach, and never mind.
Gosh, great.
Is that one farther out too?
Yeah, there's two.
Come on.
Throw your tail out, a boy. Atta boy. All right.
There's a... Oh.
Crazy arm. Get a few pictures of the glacier there. Birds on the top. Good to do, but this is inside the main cabin. Most people are in other places, but you can see at this point it's not bad. It looks like here's the glacier, one of the glaciers at the end of Tracy Arm.
Collapsing.
That's the bird, right?
The bird? A chunk of ice fell off the glacier.
The Mississippi ice field. It goes back about 8 miles. Whereas the South Sawyer behind us and off to the right that we can't see, the glacier began to retreat. It just began calving and calving. Glaciologists believe that glaciers are very cyclical.
This is Monday, and this is the Mendenhall Glacial Tour.
Mendenhall Glacier, 12 miles away from Juneau.
She's a bus driver and guide.
The water you see here is
It's a part-time, summer job for her. She's a graduate of the University of Alaska, Juneau campus.
It's there all the time, so there's not a lot of activity up there. Pretty stripe right down the middle of our glacier, and as it comes out here onto the end, it feathers out, it sort of spreads out a little bit. That's why the glacier looks so dirty. But in reality, this glacier is pretty darn clean. Green little pine coney things on them, and they have serrated edges to the leaves. That's how you can tell an alder. And after the alder come in and create enough shelter and soil base, you get the cottonwood area. It's very good for building pianos and airplanes and violins, and it's a light, very heavy, it's a strong, very light wood. And it's not in the wind. If there's a lot of wind, the glacier will melt back a lot faster than there is before. Yeah. Interesting thing too. Probably at one of the higher points where it's. Jerry, come get down there. Take a picture. And you imagine that building up on 400 other inches and building up another 400, just like stacking angel fruit cakes until the angel fruit cake at the bottom is squashed flat. And that's when you have glacier ice. When the snow reaches the point of density 9 times that upon which it fell, it's 9 times as dense as when it fell, you have glacier ice. And eventually you're going to build up this bowl full of snow.
Family.
Just wait for the dig down into a glacier and
He's
read
trying
all
to keep
about
him
what's happened
smiling.
there in the last 100 years
This
by
is Solomon.
creating the layers and the
Look at him,
ice on
smile,
top of the
grin.
glacier.
Hit him. Hit him.
I don't know. The
Mendenhall Glacier, which is the most accessible as far as getting there by car in the whole country. That spotting scope is supposed to, is potent to get the goats, mountain goats on top. Matthew hasn't seen any, but he's still trying more than just acquaintances. They're traveling companions. This is downtown Juneau. 30,000 people. Float planes are everywhere. This is a cruise ship. So is this. This is the Fair Princess. Famous landmark. Of course, this is the famous Alaska pipeline, where everybody wants to see and touch.
All right. You guys want to do a presentation, or are you feeling kind of tired?
Hey, under me, okay.
This is Terry. He's going to give us short.
Where our marine terminal is located, then the destination of the oil. This is all raw crude going through here. This pipe is 48 inches in diameter. There's actual cross section right behind it.
Fortunate that he's 6 foot
120 below wind chill factor up in Prudhoe Bay. Minus 60 here in the interior. Minus 4.
That's how the oil is conveyed inside the pipeline. Working gold mine.
We're in a different forest here. This is the Boreal Forest, and it's the second of our 2 echo zones here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Used to all the attention. I wish that guy with a camper would quit parking it there. Spoiling the picture. Athabasca, same folks. They're local natives, and they have a very subsistence lifestyle. They live out in the villages. That's what the mural I painted like. They're starting on their first run of King Salmon right now. They're starting to pull some of those guys in. No, these are... actually, the little boy looks like he might be half native. But no, this is just anybody here. This is
A part of the University of Alaska Fairbanks campus. Tribute to the first family. That means the founders, I guess.
And she only sinks down in the river here 36 inches. And that's remarkable. Actually, it's a little bit of both. It is a little bush airstrip. There's about
because of the late arrival of our bag at the hotel. So there he is now. And cruise on the Tanana River, but I'm gonna let them sleep a while because we have to get up tomorrow early. Train ride down to Denali.
Her mother and grandmother were always sewing, whether it was winter in the village at Fort Yukon or out here at fish camp. And Dixie's work is known really around the world. She has a piece of babies. She's going to make a pair of boots out of that material for a friend of hers in Fort Yukon. That hunter, the family would live out here from June until September. Now in the steamboat days, even has some of that red coloration on the sides. Now that tells us that before that fish was captured in the wheel, way out in the Bering Sea, it's probably available at fish camp on these summer days. Thanks, Dixie. Great job. How about that? What a great picture that makes. One very well-dressed young salmon a la Dixie Alexander. You'd have to go a long way to see
things together.
Young ladies,
Here on my right, we have a caribou hide, skin side and hair side. This is a small brown bear, a large moose, and across the trail to the right is a smaller moose hide. Now the Athabascan men were relied upon to do the hunting, and he had to be very skillful at calling the animal. One way he would call the bull moose is by using a...
Very traditional.
They're a little upset. These are the domesticated reindeer. They're the same ones that you saw along the riverbank from the boat. With us today we have 4 2-year-olds, 3 of them.
Don't want the dogs to learn to get that reaction from people. That's Flopsy. She was the lead dog. Hey, Flopsy. Call her name again. Flopsy. Hey, Flopsy. My voice. How do you sleep at night?
This actually from the McKinley Explorer, dome top, on the way to Denali and Mount McKinley. The guy
Just started.
Is everybody else comfortable back
This is
here?
the Alaskan Railroad.
We'll just put you on. They'll ignore you today.
What did you say, Diet Coke, sir? Diet Coke.
Here, just the air.
people are behind us.
5. Leave the park on tomorrow, going to Anchorage. You'll see a whole lot, and there'll be a whole lot of narration from the park all the way into Anchorage. Which
Been with us right from the beginning. There's Matthew back there listening. Believe it or not, these people are enjoying the scenery of wild Alaska by playing bridge. And cow, moose.
They're already pretty much gone by the time the train gets by.
But 2 moose in 5 minutes isn't bad. This is taiga. This growth, small growth of citrus fruits and other small trees. You don't see one, very few deciduous trees.
Way back.
This is between the cars.
we're going to see fish, though. It's right behind you, ma'am. I was hoping we could see Mount McKinley from here, but we can't. It is cloudy over there, so be prepared.
We're going to start to pick up speed again. In the distance. Trying to hold it steady.
That is it's going to be able to, this is the only place you'll be able to, if it was out, be able to observe it.
That's where it would be.
When you get past Denali, there's 5 times that you'll be able to see the whole mountain range.
Allegedly, and I repeat, allegedly. That is Mount McKinley, or a portion. There, see that snow? That's supposed to be it. I think the top is actually thrust up into the clouds. What I have now photographed. Mount Ever-Loving.
I think so, because on the big screen, all it's before you just fly back around, you get to wherever you want.
The river on our left.
Sit right on that ledge right there. Yeah, as you can see, it's ahead now.
We're looking for Dall sheep, but I don't.
Yeah, there is.
Denali past this white water.
I see it going.
We arrived a short time ago. No, don't stop that! At Denali National Park. And what strange creatures have we seen beside you? What kind of
A whole lot.
I mean, here at Denali.
Seagulls and birds.
Yeah, but what kind of a magpie?
Black-billed.
Black-billed magpie and a beautiful gull, which we're going to have to decide whether we can classify or not. At 2:30, we're going on a 6-hour wildlife tour back into Denali National Park. Try to see A, Mount McKinley, B, bears. Now, Matthew is disappointed that he can't watch TV and watch the National Hockey League draft, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's already over.
It's already over? This is our home away from home for the next, just the rest of today until tomorrow noon, when we'll go by bus down to our Anchorage. But this is the famous Denali National Park, and I'm going to take tapes here because it's beautiful sunny weather, and I don't know what tomorrow may bring, and pretty much like this can get a bit much, but this is so spectacular that I can't resist. This is halfway up the road. There's a magpie. The magpie that Matthew pointed out. 6-hour wilderness tour in the interior of 6 million acres.
Also,
National Park.
when I'm driving, when the bus is moving.
It's the first stop on our trip into Denali Park. Big country. Those 2 dots. Not on the horizon, but to the left and down are 2 caribou identified by a driver with his binoculars. So there you are. Looks like I got a couple of dots. Right up with a precipitous drop off to the left. This is the second stop we made.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Plenty of snow here.
Are you from the cruise ships?
No, we're from the
Arctic ground squirrel.
There's one right here. Hey, Clem.
We don't have at Jones Beach. So far, this is our second stop in Denali National Park. We've seen
your light's flashing.
All right, 2, let it flash, 2 caribou and 1 grizzly bear. There are definitely mountain sheep. Very high. This is the last stop in Denali before we go back to the lodge. Unfortunately, I missed about 4 or 5 good minutes of wilderness tape, which I botched up, but you can't do anything about that.
On the,
there's my
kits,
fox.
baby fox and kits.
Not many people see Mount McKinley at all. Only 25% shot at it. Only 25% of the people that come in this area, visitors, get to see Mount McKinley at all. And there it is, with Matthew locking it up. Now, there is Mount McKinley. 20,200. Other
focusing on the mountain.
body behind there is Mount McKinley. And
move over some.
We're really lucky to be able to see it because not too many do. And it's an absolutely perfect day for it. The driver told us about it.
Yeah, you have to do that.
It's air conditioned. Restroom has even refreshments. And that.
I'm afraid of heights, so I close my eyes.
Cool.
Oh, there's the mountain. Cool. Deeper there.
Gray Line bus wasn't making all that noise. But he's about Alaska Veterans Memorial. A rare photo. Coast Guard over, so you can get to it on this highway. And so let's just see it. Friday morning, and this is Anchorage, or this is from the Sheraton Hotel in Anchorage.
To rebuild the whole area.
Anchorage.
The old
city
Anchorage Hotel did survive to begin with. Then some of these things don't get over with till midnight, so.
Alaska. The Alaska floor of the Anchorage Museum. Big spender. These are Russian Orthodox vestments. The whole wing on the Russian Orthodox people. For the rest of the city tour. Everybody else is in shirt sleeves except one person here who is dressed up like a Point Barrow Eskimo. Who could that be? Which is where the worst part of the 1964 earthquake had affected 8.4 on the Richter.
Downtown Anchorage. And this water around here is supposed to be, we're beluga whales come. Right over here is my
remnant PBY, which was used all over the Pacific, mostly for air-sea rescue of downed bombers, bomber crews. Seaplane base in all of North America is here. People just got on board this one. I'm going to go out and take her up. Going to bust through Portage Glacier. However, got a signal that the road is closed ahead to an accident, so we've stopped here to see what's going on. Tired. Used to clear the snow from the Kenai Mountains on the peninsula, and that's the rotary. Kind of awesome. There are mountain sheep up there, two white specks. I got them.
Have you zoomed in?
Yeah.
Just looking at some Dall sheep up here.
There's three of them. They even have a spotting scope here.
Right in the middle is a Dall sheep.
Alright, we better get in and start them.
Dall sheep. I think he's sitting down.
Yeah, he does have big horns.
Gray Line bus is wrecked and smashed all over the place. Another part of the wreck. It's got a huge gash out the front of it.
Okay. This is the Portage Glacier, south of Anchorage by a couple hours. These are the mountains around. Glacier is behind me. Matthew is now panting.
Portage Glacier from about the water level. I am. Magpie. Right here, our Tamamo does his training. Irritated Tamamo does his training.
One final shot of having me together at the last day of the trip.